Oh yeah, Roma, you know we found just the spot for you this morning. I'm joined by Alex Roth. He's the culinary director over here at Kaedama Battleship. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hey, this ramen is waking me up, I'll tell you that. So I understand we're going to be diving into all of these flavors, but I have to ask you first, for our viewers at home, it's all in the name. What does this mean, Kaidama?
So Kaidama is Japanese for extra noodles. So if you were to go to a ramen shop in Japan and you eat all your noodles but you have more broth left, like that's how you would order a second helping of noodles to go with the rest of your broth.
Okay, and I bet the flavors are so great. You have people asking for those second helpings. And then for people at home, what's in the name Battleship?
Mostly we just thought it sounded funny, and it's kind of a contrast to the interior where it's very like minimalistic. The name is a little over the top.
Yeah. I love it.
Thought it was funny.
I love it, and I feel like these noodles hopefully are over the top as well. But now that we've kind of set this up, we got to dive into these flavors. What do we have all going on over here?
Yeah, so we're behind the line now. So the flow kind of works like the noodles will be cooked over here. And then we work our way down and we put the broths, garnish, and then send them out. Let's
work our way through it. So we're going to start over here with the noodles, and do you have
Correct.
The broth over here as well? What's going
do.
into the specific bowl we're going to make first?
So we're going to do the Tonkatsu first. It's a pretty classic ramen. It's a pork-based one. It has like a very rich and creamy broth. Even though there's no dairy in it, it's just like the emulsified fats and everything. And
okay, and so
this
what kind of flavor is that giving? Kind of like a salty or sweet?
It's definitely salty and heavy on like the savory. But yeah, very rich. And it's a very hearty bowl, like especially the weather that we just got through was like perfect weather for that.
For sure. And so are we doing noodles first?
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and go in with the noodles first.
And so those are very thin, so I assume that those cook pretty quickly.
Yeah, these cook in 45 seconds.
And so as we're plating this, what inspired you to open up a late night ramen spot? I know that that's something San Antonio definitely needed.
Yeah, and that's mostly what led us to do it. We had a couple opportunities in the past to do ramen shops that we weren't able to, and Hot Joy always had some pretty good success with ramen, and so when we had the opportunity to move into this space, we just thought downtown San Antonio needed a ramen spot.
Yes, so. And what all is in the menu over here? I know you got a lot of different options, but what was the goal of some of these flavors?
Just to bring more classic style ramens to this shop. We kind of wanted it to contrast Hot Joy, which is very over the top and a little more ambitious with the menu sometimes. Very colorful, very maximalist. Yeah. And here we kind of wanted to do the opposite, and instead of
it's minimal.
Correct.
It's minimal. And you see that even just in the atmosphere over here. I noticed that it's just very minimal. And were you trying to kind of embody like a certain atmosphere here when you went with this minimalistic style?
Yeah, I mean, the main atmosphere we want to be able to provide is just a fun place for people to hang out. And, you know, we've got a bunch of different concepts in Empty Stomach, and this one just felt the need to be a little more low-key. The music volume will go up on the weekends and stuff, but it's a lot more tame music. It's a lot of like Japanese funk and that kind of stuff.
And I feel like there's not a lot of minimalist places in San Antonio, so it's a nice like little vibe in here. And so what are we topping this with?
Right, so we'll go in with, these are our house-made, we call them Battleship greens.
I love it.
They're a braised collard green.
Okay.
They're braised in like soy sauce and cane syrup. Sesame.
Whoa, so you're getting sweet, you're getting salty.
Absolutely.
That probably packs a punch. And then what else is going on top of this?
So I actually forgot it over here.
Yeah.
But we'll come and grab a couple slices of our chassu pork belly.
Pork belly. And
Correct.
So that is really thin. So when you're putting it in the hot broth, does it kind of cook it a little bit? How does that work?
It does. We normally throw it in the salamander to get a little bit of color on it.
Okay, okay. And then is there anything else that's being added to this bowl before it's served?
Yeah, so we'll finish it off over here
Okay, I'm seeing some more greens over here.
Correct. So we have green onions, which again go on every bowl.
Ooh, and so that's probably just going to give a little freshness as well.
Correct. And we have menma, which is a fermented bamboo shoot.
Okay, I see this in a lot of Thai dishes, and so is that just to add like a little bit of texture to your bowl?
Yeah, it's texture. It is fermented, so it has some acidity and some salt, and it's definitely a good like contrast to the richness of the broth.
Okay, and then I see some things over here. Is anything else being added to this bowl?
Yes, so each bowl of tonkatsu will get a half ajitama, which is a marinated soft egg.
What's it marinated in?
It's marinated in soy sauce, whiskey, brown sugar, garlic, ginger, green onion.
Whoa, whiskey marinated egg. I've actually never seen something like that. So literally just pop in with flavor. And I know that there's so much more going on out here as well. And I know later in the show, we're gonna dive into all the other flavors that are offered out here at Kaedama Battleship.